Hey everybody, this is Piper here, and welcome to another Rome Tour video. So this battle's a bit different. This is a 1 versus 1 battle. I played this battle yesterday on Game Ranger, and it's a 50k denarii per player. No rules except for no artillery and no elephants. So I played against a player called Judas. I've not actually seen this player before. But he's playing under BH tags. You see the understrokes, they're the BH tags. So I don't know whether he's actually a BH member or if he's just using the tags. But this battle's a bit different, as I'll explain later on in this battle. So it's 50k per player. I chose Rome and Judas chose Greece after I chose Rome. Which is a bit strange because Greece usually has disadvantage at higher denarii, like 1 versus 1 versus Rome. You tend to find the pike factions by themselves are weaker, like 31k, 50k, 60k. So you tend to want to bring Rome for 1 versus 1. I've gone with 20 urbans. I was expecting a really difficult battle, so I brought 20 urbans. Most of them are full upgraded, some of them only have 2 chevrons. The difference between 31k and 50k, at 50k cavalry is less effective, so you want to bring the extra units of urbans as opposed to cavalry, which is what I did. So another thing about this battle is it's actually snow, which I didn't actually realise at the time. Usually when you play battles like this, it's usually grassy flatlands, calm weather. So this is a bit strange as well. Sometimes players like a different, like a change of weather, like something different, some change of scenery. So at the time I thought it's just he wanted something to make him interesting. So obviously he's hiding most of his army in the swamp area. All I can see is the general unit and 3 archers. Another thing is, when you fight pike factions as Rome, you want to spread out your urbans. You don't want to have it boxed up, because you want to try and outflank the phalanx. So initially all I can see is the archers and the 1 unit of phalanx. So what I'm thinking is there's probably a big blob of pike in there. I came round this side because I thought there was a chance you could have hidden pike over here as well. Don't want to get outflanked, so I'm going to go down this side and just advance slowly on Judas. So there we see another 3 units of pike have just come out of the swamp area. And before I played this battle, Judas said something about he said BH bringing more life or bringing new life into Rome Total War, which I thought was a bit strange, but it's probably him just trying to make the battle more interesting, which is what I thought at the time. But I didn't actually know that Judas brought a modded army for this, and I actually thought it was quite unfair, to be honest. If you want to bring a modded army, that's fine, but you should have told me before you did it. So right here, he's got his archers in front of the pike, and I'll keep my urbans off fire at will and target the pike at the back. So they're going to throw their pila at the Spartans. Initially, the Spartans won't take too much damage, but you have to remember the Spartans have 2 hit points. So they'll take a number of hits before they actually die. So we'll do the same again. We're going to throw the pila over the archers and take out as many urbans as we can. Rather, as many Spartans as we can. And these Spartans are 1, 2, 3. Looks like they're almost fully upgraded. So they're very expensive. So what I'll do is I'll speed this up a little bit as well. Just threw the pila into the Spartans right there. And the Cretans are full upgraded. or almost fully upgraded. So they'll still do like damage to my urbans, so I'll put my urbans into Testudo, because obviously I've got no idea what he actually has in the swamp area. We're going to run forward a unit of urbans, and obviously the Cretans are set to their skirmish off, so these urbans will get a lot of kills on the Cretans. Plus, Judas was using the Cretans to make it harder for me to throw the Pila. So by taking out the Cretans, I'll get a better shot in with the Pila. So we destroy that unit of Cretans right there, and we're going to throw some more Pila at that unit of Spartans. And we can see his general units there, and the plan is try and kill the general early on, and that will mean that his army is more likely to rout. So we're going to move forward. My group of 5 urbans are fully upgraded. We're going to kill the Cretans if we can, and then throw the Pila at the general unit. So fast forward this here. So initially I'm going to throw some Pila at the back of that Spartan unit right there. They've bypassed the shield, so they'll do a lot of damage. So we'll speed this up. And we've charged for 2 units of urbans as well right there. So in this formation, the Spartans are very, very susceptible to damage. Right here we see Judas has brought a modded army. She's got 3 units of urbans right there. They caught me by surprise because I didn't expect that. And a unit of berserkers. And that's why Judas made this battle a snow army. Because the berserkers are Germanic, they're a barbarian faction, they'll get a bonus in the snow. So it's something like +4 in the berserkers. It's something ridiculous. So he's got a modded army. He's bringing his urbans around the back and the sides, and he's got berserkers. And these berserkers are just going to destroy my urbans. But I'm going to get the Pila thrown in the general unit. So hopefully if we can kill the general unit, then that will mean that we have a good chance of winning this battle. But I was fairly angry about Judas bringing this army, because he never said at the start of the battle he'd bring a modded army. And I think that was really unfair, because I mean, obviously I brought a good army to counter that army, but it's very unfair for players that don't know much about the game if they fight this. And effectively what I'm trying to say is it's cheating, in my opinion. You should be bringing modded armies to battles without telling the person before. So he even brought armoured Eastern General and Praetorian Cavalry, mixing them with the Berserkers and the Spartans. So he's pretty much brought a elite army. He's gone through all the different factions and pretty much brought the best of each faction. He could have brought maybe his chariots. Well, I suppose that chariots at this level, this denarii range, would be pretty stupid. But the armoured Eastern Generals are pretty powerful, and the Praetorians are pretty powerful. So we're going to try and kill the general here. And right here I had 2 units in reserve. I put them into guard mode, made a defensive wall, and they're going to hold up the cavalry. I pushed forward 4 units of urbans to try and take care of the enemy cavalry, try and kill the Praetorians. We're going to win the centre here. We've got more urbans, and we should win on the left flank, but the berserkers are very powerful. They'll do a lot of damage. So we're going to speed this up. So right now the battle is pretty much lost for Judas. We're going to win on this side. He still has a slight advantage on this side with the berserkers, but we're going to win in the centre, and we've got more urbans on the right flank. So again, I don't know whether Judas is an actual BH member, but I don't think it was very fair him bringing this army for this. He's been playing this battle all week on Game Ranger, And I think if you're going to bring a modded army, at least tell the person before, because it is cheating in my opinion, and it's not very fair on the other person. And it was basically wasting my time, and it wasn't really a very enjoyable battle in my opinion. I fought modded armies in the past, and it's a bit stupid, to be honest. And afterwards, Judas actually said he didn't actually mod it wasn't actually a modded army. I know how this is done. I can do this myself if I want to, and it doesn't involve any mods, but it still is changing the game mechanics and what is possible, what isn't possible. So I'm gonna put this battle's on YouTube, and if anybody plays this player in the future on Game Ranger, just be aware that Judas is he's modding armies. So again, it's a pretty bad battle I've uploaded, but it's basically just to show that Judas does mod armies, and probably try and avoid playing him if you're on Game Ranger. But anyway, that was an average victory for me. Kills roughly the same. Some of those kills involved Cretans. But that was an average victory. Hope you guys have enjoyed the battle. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And again, just be careful if you're playing Judas on Game Ranger. Probably a good chance he has a modded army. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. This is Piper signing off.